I just realized as well that I hadn't unmuted the microphone. So here's the official start. Hello, everybody. My name is Mercy. Welcome back to the channel. It's been a little bit since we've been here, but we are back. We are here ready to do the Dungeons and the Dragons. Let's do it. It is episode 5, so we are ready to go ahead and jump in. And that stop it lights. Soon as we start it, and then I look over there and the lights just flicker. Don't you do it. Bear with us, folks. We might have a little bit of inclement weather coming through. Hopefully it doesn't impact.
Sounds like it's off to a good start.
Yeah, right?
Lights be kind.
They need to be kind, please. Please. All right.
Yeah.
So, it's been a little bit. How is everybody doing? We all doing good. Chat, hopefully you're doing good too. How are my intrepid heroes? By the way, say hello, intrepid heroes.
Howdy.
Hello,
My
intrepid
foot
heroes.
is healing, and I'm not as broken as I was, so...
Yeah.
I'm still broken.
No.
I mean, aren't we all broken in some capacity at the end of the day?
I mean, that's very true.
Some of us more than others.
Mm-hmm.
I went to a hobby shop and bought minis to paint, so that made me feel better.
What?
Oh,
the actual...
someone's getting an
Look,
emergency broadcast.
When we said there's stuff going on...
Oh my.
And we have a tornado warning in New Jersey.
We have a tornado warning.
You have a tornado warning?
Uh-huh.
Oh, fun.
Madre de Dios.
Awesome.
Uh-huh. Alright, well, hey, guys, if the tornado strikes, just make sure you look at all the dice afterward, and that's how much damage y'all take.
What?
I was about to say, sounds like this is about to become a game of Dungeons, Dragons, and Tornadoes.
Yeah, there's a lot of dice in this house to go, so...
Mm-hmm.
I'm wind aspected. I can take it. Question mark.
Oh, goodness.
I don't have uncanny dodge yet.
What's its to hit roll?
Plus 50, I want to say. Like, we're
God.
we're screwed. We're screwed.
Yeah, we're fucked.
The joke's on you. It's not a to hit roll. It's a saving throw.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no.
Oh, that would be dexterity, so I'm 100% fucked then.
Alright, let's go ahead and jump in here for tonight, guys. I want to try things a little bit differently. Make it kind of like we used to do in our person-to-person games for those who were part of our in-person games. Instead of me giving a recap tonight, because it's been a couple weeks, why don't all of you tell us what happened last session?
Oh, thanks for putting us on the spot.
Uh-huh.
We made a new goblin friend.
Oh yeah. Well, first didn't, me and... who chased after the sound with me?
That was Maka.
Yeah, we heard a sound while we were camping, and we ran off, and then you guys found the goblin first.
Yeah, me and Dream, we found the goblin while you and Maka were off chasing the sound for several hours.
Now, something was up and special about that goblin. What was it?
He was a converted Spiky Boy.
Yeah, they had been experimented on it, presumably with, or like melded with Spike Devil or something like that.
An angry porcupine.
Yes.
Got some kind of demon with quills that shot out of it.
Especially when they were under pressure or anxiety.
Or you touched him.
Pressure.
Again.
Anxiety.
Yeah. No touch.
And, yeah. You decided to bring this goblin along with you. You gave him a name. Do you guys remember the name of this goblin?
Nettlegeen, I do believe.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You named him Nettlegeen, and in this world, when a goblin receives a name, he receives power. Goblins are typically in their societal structure viewed as being just grunts in most cases, so they don't deserve names. But when they're given a name, it means that they've risen to some level of social prowess, typically.
So we've either done something really good or we have fucked up majorly.
But
There is no in between.
Yeah. You continue traveling through the woods, and then it began to snow, if I'm remembering correctly. And to make sure you all could get away from the snow, Amaka ended up finding a nearby cave. You inspected it, decided to pop into the cave momentarily, and found that there was nothing there, had been nothing there for at least a couple weeks, and decided to rest for the night. But what happened during your rest?
Some hunters decided to come bug us. And we presume possibly looking for our little goblin buddy.
And I remember we all we put the fire out and sort of all huddled around the edges of the wall. And I remember Cobalt was still in the bedroll with a hand out.
Yeah, you sort of taco rolled over into the wall in your bedroll. Kaiser failed miserably to shoot out the flame of the torch that was being passed between two of them.
Yep. And then Maka decided to jump out through the cave and get a situation there with distracting and setting them up. And that is exactly where we left off. So, we enter in to start this off with some combat. Welcome back to D&D, guys. Right into the combat. Okay. I did actually manage to do something a little bit different here. So let me correct this.
Okay.
Oh, I thought I'd made a token for him. Well, maybe I didn't upload it. Let me do that very quickly. But let's go ahead, and while you guys are doing that, let's get some initiative rolls.
We're off to a grand fucking start.
Wow.
Oh my.
Oh no.
I'm afraid to roll now.
Hey, get them out of the way now. It's just initiative. It's not
Jesus
like
Christ.
a major thing. Get it out of the way now.
We're
We have
playing
a
by,
1, a 2, and a 3.
we're playing by golf rules, right?
Oh my
And there was
goodness.
another one, I think. I think I saw another one.
Let's see. I forgot to bring up my sheet. Where is it? There we go.
Yeah, I get +3, so I rolled a 1. That's passable. Maka will save us.
Rocka's running the fuck away.
Huh, I guess I didn't make
What
the token.
With these rolls, I wouldn't blame him.
No, the guys, these are just the starting rolls. It's just for initiative. At least these are not the rolls you're getting to hit. At least,
Yes.
I hope.
Maybe
Yet.
Yet, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, let me go ahead and pull up here a little bit of a notepad so I can just keep track of initiatives nice and simply.
Them, and then us.
So So that was actually there, and we've got him. And then I will set that up in just a moment. I've got here. Okay, go ahead and give me your initiatives, guys. Say it out loud for us. Start with the top, Cobalt.
6.
Okay. Kaiser.
A whopping 1.
Oof. Sometimes it's actually good to go last as a cleric, so that's not terrible. Maka.
14.
And Dream.
I got a 4.
Woo! Okay. Now let's go ahead and do a quick little ad here for me. I knew I forgot something. There's music for you guys.
How kind.
Okay. So that's there, that's there. I've got him there for that. Well, I'll let you guys know, most of my rolls were pretty terrible.
Today's April Fool's, don't believe a word he says.
I'd say most, and I'm being truthful. First up, right out of the gate, is the guy right up here in the front. He just had something whiz by between him and the person next to him, is worried about that, and then sees a wolf jump out and is now very much so caught off guard by that, especially considering the size of the wolf. He is going to go ahead and draw his weapon as a free action, and then move to stand here and take a defensive stance using the dodge action. That is all that he's doing. He calls out, essentially, just shouting out loud, What the hell? This thing? And what was that other thing? Open your eyes, boys. Keep them open. Now it's Maka's turn.
Maka is going to take disengage as an action, back up, back up diagonally here,
Okay.
and ooh, just heard a boom outside.
Lovely.
Actually, see, I got a 40, yeah, 10, 15, 20. I'm actually going to run back way up in this direction. And I'm just going to stop there.
Okay.
I use my full.
That's your
That's
action
my
to
full
disengage and movement. To
and full
to-
40-foot movement speed. Yeah. Mhm.
Yep. Okay. Let's see. You were positioned right here. So we've got 5, 10, 20. because of another
and
guy.
I would.
25, 35, 40. You're about one block too far. I'm gonna
One block too far?
Yeah, I'm gonna scoot you
Okay.
just a little bit. That's where you can be.
There you go. All right, so like right up under the tree.
Yes.
But before I left, I'm literally just going and then run away.
Okay. This is an interesting thing for that because I want to see what you can do when it comes to the rest. Roll an intimidation check for me. And you can use your strength for that if you would like.
Total of 15.
I see that was a strength save. I didn't want you to roll a strength save,
Well,
so...
I have to. The intimidation on the character sheet rolls charisma, and so I have to do the modify of the.
Are you proficient in intimidation?
Yes. Wait, am I? Yes.
You are.
Yes.
Okay, so that is +2, and your strength mod is +2. Yes?
Yeah.
Okay, so then it is the +4, so you're fine. It is a 15. Okay. Let's see how that affects the people. Okay. That's your turn?
That is my turn, yeah.
Okay. Next up is this guy back here. Ping
Our
him.
little Kara's shivering down here.
Oh, poor baby. Things will be okay. So, this guy back here is going to draw back his bow, keep an eye on the mouth of the cave, and look over to the better armored, better looking one, as if waiting for some kind of a command. But he is just bow drawn back and holding. Cobalt, your turn. That's right. You got a 6, and only 2 people went ahead of you.
Oh, goodness.
We are really rolling great. All
And
right.
we got lucky then because everybody's like groaning about their initiative rolls, and they rolled worse than we did.
Some of them did, yep.
He's gonna slink in the bedroll up a little bit closer to the edge of the cave, but
Okay.
staying in the bedroll.
Okay.
Okay.
I assume the purpose of trying to stealth, be a little bit more hidden?
Yeah, sort of. Because they haven't really noticed us yet, I
Yeah.
believe. So, I guess I'll roll stealth.
Yeah, you are in pitch dark, so you do have advantage on this.
Okay. And I'm glad for that advantage. 22.
Okay, very good to know.
And I'm going to sort of hold a firebolt action, like ready to cast if they become aggressive. But he's going to yell, "Who are you and what do you want?" from the cave.
Okay, so then we're gonna negate that stealth. You can.
I was hoping
you can-
like it's a voice coming from the cave.
Yeah, it'll be a voice coming from the cave regardless, because they can't see you. So you're still fine in that regard. But if you're gonna shout out, then they're gonna be aware that something is in there, which
Yeah.
they already are. So that's not a big deal. But additionally, because of the way that magic generally works, in this case, if you're creating and holding a firebolt spell, it will create a little bit of magical light. Not enough to illuminate the area, but enough to create that little, like, flicker, like a wisp light almost, inside the cave.
From inside the bedroll.
Oh, okay, well then that's covered, yeah, so you're fine there. But no need for the stealth roll, because
Okay,
they can't see you anyway. If you're gonna call out like that and slink forward, they can't see you anyway.
Yeah, but that's what I'm gonna do.
Okay.
Because I mean,
And what did you shout out to them?
who are you and what are you doing here?
Okay.
I realize, like, turn-based, you only have so much to say. So
Yeah. For the most part, I allow conversation to be, like, not 100% turn-based.
Yeah.
So it'll be fine.
Do
Sometimes
any-
it'll allow a response. So, okay. Anything else for you?
do I get a response out of them?
Oh, you know what? Yeah. The fancier looking one up in the front, this guy right here, he'll turn and look into the cave, not be able to see anything, but just simply follow up, saying out loud, "We are here because we are here. We needed a place to stay, and we're out on the hunt looking for something. Drop your arms, and this doesn't have to be a thing." As an aside, was that a dire wolf? And that'll be the end of that. You can respond back if you like. Like, I'm not going to stop you guys for conversation in that regard.
Okay. If you're just looking for a place to stay, there'd be room here. But if you're hunting someone, then that's not going to be allowed.
What are you hunting, anyways?
It's on a need-to-know basis. But I don't think any of you want to get involved in this. So, our cave now. Sawed off.
Alright, he's going to be aggressive. Firebolt him.
Okay. We're going to say that with all of that conversation, that did eat up the action. So it'll have to be next turn. But you held it. You did hold it. And you're releasing it. Never mind. You released it. Take a shot. Getting back into the swing of things.
15 hit?
15 just hits.
One fire damage.
Hey, every little bit helps. It adds up.
So the bedroll just shot the guy.
That's a hell of a spicy taco, then.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Next up is the guy who just ate a spicy taco. He's going to go ahead and take his torch and step forward, being careful.
I'm so sorry.
So, releasing it, he did know where it generally came from.
Yeah, the one in front of him.
Yep,
I'm so sorry.
you're on the ground. So he's gonna walk up here, and with the torch in his hand, can get full illumination of the situation here. And he's gonna go for the target that makes more sense, which is Cobalt on the ground. He makes an attack.
He does notice that something's in the bedroll.
Well, yeah, because he saw where the magic came from. Because as the firebolt leaves, it does give a little bit of illumination, so he'll see where the attack came from.
Attack someone and then them go right after my ally because I'm right next to him.
No,
That's what
he
I thought was
knows.
gonna happen.
Yeah, he knows where it came from, and because you're in the bedroll, you're on the ground, so you're considered prone, and he gets advantage against you on that attack. So he's
That's fine.
Yep, he's gonna come down with an attack.
For once, I actually want to be hit.
Alright. First swing. 21 to hit.
That hits.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that he's actually doing it like this. It is a longsword, and he's coming down with both hands to strike you. Just one weapon in his hands.
Okay.
For 9 slashing damage.
Okay.
Second
Respond.
attack.
Now, hold on.
Gotcha.
Dragonic reprisal for hitting me.
Okay. It's been a little bit. Remind us all what that does.
Yeah. When I take damage from a creature within 10 feet of me, I can use my reaction to emanate a blast of dragonic energy. I need to roll a d6 to figure out what type of energy it's going to be.
Mm-hmm.
That would be... I'm trying to remember how to do that in the chat. Slash roll. Six. There it goes. It's gonna be thunder.
Speaking of thunder,
Just all kinds of just melding it all together here. The creature that dealt damage this way must make a wisdom saving throw.
okay.
So
That's a 7. That's a no.
he fails his wisdom saving throw. Dealing with him 12 thunder damage,
Ooh.
and he is pushed back. He is pushed back 10 feet away from me.
Okay, so for the purposes of this, because 10 feet is like kind of into the wall, we're gonna shift him 50-50 in either direction. Let's go ahead and we'll do that.
Yeah.
We'll do odds or evens on a d4. Odds, he's going to the left, deeper into the cave. Evens, he's going to the right. Odds. It's shoved back there.
So in the process of that, so Cobalt's are going to burst out of the with the energy blowing up his own bedroll, yelling "No touching!" as this dragonic energy manifested in as thunder damage.
Okay. Take note. You said you blew up your bedroll.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I do.
There you go. Just saying.
Yeah, I know. I lost one.
Yep. Okay. That stops him from taking another attack against you. Can he gather his wits quick enough? Let's find out. With a natural 17 on the dice, I'm going to say that he does. He then takes a quick look around to see what's going on and just kind of, in the defensive kind of stance, churns, sees that there is someone now behind him in the form of Dream, and goes to take a swing just out of, like he just got blown back, like he's lashing out kind of idea.
One moment.
Sure.
I did cast Pass Without Trace previously, and I hadn't acted against anyone.
That's true. You are still,
Am I still stealth?
stealthy. Yeah. Let's go ahead and roll a stealth versus perception really fast. I'll roll his perception. You give me a stealth with your plus 10. So you're probably going to beat him.
Okay. So that'll be a 22?
Absolutely beat him. Okay. You're pressed up enough in, like, kind of the crevice of the wall that it doesn't really... the light doesn't shine onto it, and you can't really be seen as easily, and he's just taking a quick glance around. He does not notice you. So he'll stand there and put himself kind of at the ready to see what he can do. It did knock him 10 back. He was here. 5, 10. It moved him 10. I'm going to have him, because he does still technically have movement, move him back up through here. Careful of the crushing of the bottles, dear.
I apologize.
And he's just going to stand here at this point. He does leave your threatened range, so if you want to take an attack of opportunity, you can.
I don't think I will.
Okay. That will do it for him. Dream, it's now your turn official.
Oh.
I will say, if you change your mind and you want to take the attack of opportunity now, because it resets since it just came up to you, I will allow that.
No.
Okay.
I won't. Let's see. I will go ahead and use... I'll go ahead and cast Earth and Blast. And I'm going to hold it, so it increases my armor class by 1.
Sounds good.
Let's see. It does have a verbal component, so it very likely did cause me to not stealth, or to remove stealth.
He can't, like, the torch just gives him, 10 feet. So, you are just barely, kind of catty-cornered. You'd be in dim light at this point. Let's essentially flip a coin. Yeah, using the verbal component, he'll be aware of your presence now, and see you in the dim light, but it's still not that big of a deal just yet, because he can't do anything just yet.
Okay.
So the three of you, Nettle is fine in the back, but the three of you are currently in dim light. Cobalt, you are in bright light, but Kaiser, you're still in dim, just barely. And that is important, soon to see. Anything else from you, Dream?
I guess I'll take a dodge action. Well, no, wait, I already did an action, so
Yeah.
it'll be on a move. No, I'll go ahead and stay put.
Sounds good. Next up is this guy back here. He's going to go ahead and move himself up 15, be in range to take a swing at Kobold, because he just saw the eruption of damage going on there, and is going to go ahead and retaliate. I want him to be this guy. He is going to take a swing with his short sword. 8.
Nope.
And 11.
Also nope.
We got some good rolls tonight, folks. So that he comes in swinging, and you're dancing around. The shreds of your bedroll are still kind of flapping. You managed to very easily use one of the shreds of your bedroll to grab the blade and deflect it out of the way so it doesn't even hit you, and it looks effortless and elegant and amazing and beautiful. It's wonderful. All right, and best place in the initiative, Kaiser, you're up.
Yeah, Kaiser's. Well, we wanted to resolve this amicably, but you want to come here aggressing on it. And I will move right here, sort of put myself between them and Cobalt as best I can.
Mm-hmm.
And for this guy, I'm going to... Kaiser's just going to snap his fingers, and his spiritual weapon will appear on, well, it's not pinging, but to the left of this guy.
So I assume we're pinging right in this block here?
Nope, other side.
Up on the top?
No, but right here.
Okay, gotcha. So let me go ahead and add a little thing. Tell me, what does your spiritual weapon look like?
It's a silvery light with sort of silver glimmers dripping off it, and the blade itself is just a crescent moon on a hilt.
Okay. Why not? We'll drag this in and see how this looks. Oh, no, it wants me to purchase that asset? No, thank you.
We play D&D. We're not made of money.
Right? Now, if only I could hit the O instead of a P. Man. There we go. From the web. That'll work. It's a little tough to see, but... yeah, in fact,
It'll
that's
work for now.
very tough to see. Let's change it to this instead for a more silver, brighter view. There we go. Okay, so you do get the swing on summon with that, so if you would like to take it.
That will be a dirty 20 to hit them.
Yeah, that'll hit. Give me your D8 of damage.
Well, I accidentally backed out of the game 1 sec. For 4 force damage.
Okay.
And since that was his bonus action, Kaiser then... and I hope there's enough space to avoid this, but he's going to look at these two guys right here in front of him at the mouth of the cave.
Yep.
And as he's looking at him, lightning starts to crackle around his muzzle, and you just hear... as lightning spouts forth in a cone in front of him.
Ooh. Dragon's Breath. They need to make dexterity saving throws, I believe.
I believe. And let me make sure. Let me get the DC for you on that. Ugh. Not very hard to beat on this one. It's 12 DC for this.
Okay. Okay, the guy immediately in front gets a 13. It was a +1, so he rolled a 12 on the dice. And the guy behind him got an 11 on the dice with a +1 to be 12 to match. Which, meeting it beats it.
So half of 9 damage is what they both take.
So they both take 4.
So 4 lightning damage to them then.
Okay.
And that will be Kaiser's turn.
Okay. Back to the top. It goes to the guy back here. This one. He sees things are starting to go down now. He is going to move in 5 diagonal through an allied space, 10, 15, because that doesn't take up a space, 20 to get right here. As he moves in, boss, what about the wolf? And the guy down below, don't worry about him. He'll have to either run or come back. But maybe these guys just scared off whatever was here before. Let's take the cave. You got it, boss. He takes a swing at 50-50. Kaiser. His swing here. You can see, by the way, in his hands, he's holding a big axe, 2-handed axe in his hands, and he's going to just kind of go in with an aggressive uppercut kind of an attack to see if he can't knock you off of your feet with it. Rolling. No, that's an 8. Pretty sure an 8 doesn't hit anybody.
No, shouldn't have swung on the side where I've got my shield firmly in place.
So it bounces off of the shield, and he has to reposition himself. But he does. He puts himself firmly back into place and holds his position there. Next, Maka, your turn.
Okay. Well, he's right. I'm making the journey back.
Making away.
Making my way back. Anyway. Going to come up behind them and go, "We're supposed to follow me." And
as a side note to that, Maka, you did manage to convince half of them originally to follow you, but then suddenly there was a threat that was a lot closer.
Yeah. And then I am going to, since this guy here, his back is turned to me, I'm going to take a bite at him.
Okay.
I'm going to, come back around the cave and leap up and basically go in for a bite at the nape of his neck.
Okay. Because he was aware of your presence before, it's not a sneak attack or anything like that.
Not even a rogue. Why was that? That was a 17 first. I saw it. I'm kidding. I can't argue. 12 to hit.
Wow, it really did do that, didn't it?
Yeah, it bounced.
Yeah, it did. That sucked a lot.
Oof. You said 12?
Yeah.
Okay. That is a hit.
What?
It's a hit.
That's funny.
Changed his name to McGruff because he's taking a bite out of crime.
Yeah, that's a hit on that guy.
All right. Oh my god, the damage is... I mean, it's a 6, but I rolled a 1 and a 2.
Yeah. I mean, hey, it makes up for the fact that you felt like maybe that shouldn't have hit, huh?
Let's see, is that person below max health?
He was before, yeah.
Okay, so actually I can use my Colossus Slayer to get an extra D8 out of that.
Mm-hmm.
So that is another 5. So that's a total of 11.
Okay.
And then... Yeah, screw it. I'm going to use Favored Foe as well. It's going to add a D4.
Okay.
And that is also going to mark the target. Oh my god, what is with my rolls right now? 1 extra damage. And from here, the target is marked. Which I believe means that he... Forget, I gotta...
You trying to look it up?
It was Favored Foe, yeah. I think it just adds the D4.
You can worry about it later, because as you come down on this guy's neck with your teeth, sinking it in, it pierces his trachea, and you hear, as he starts to choke on his own blood, in your grasp, in your mouth, before falling limp in it.
Oh, okay. Then I will drop him to the ground, and I will look at the guy still standing out there in green. And I will say, "Don't think I haven't forgotten about you." And that will end my turn.
I guess the guy in the back here with the bow?
Yeah.
Okay. I forgot that he held an action. He's going to go ahead and take that action that he held now, and is going to actually shoot an arrow back in your direction, Maka, because he was saying whoever he can get a clean shot on first is what he intended to, and it hasn't really been a clean shot inside the cave yet, but you are the first clean shot. So his held action goes off. He's going to shoot an arrow at you. With his long bow. However, all of our rolls are terrible tonight. That's a 10. That doesn't hit.
That does not hit.
No. Okay. Anything else from you, Maka, or are we moving on?
That's it. Nope.
Okay. Now it goes to the archer, and he's pissed off that he missed and wants to try again.
April Fools has made fools of us all.
It really has. So he's going to go ahead and take another shot at you, and when he fires off the first one, he grumbles to himself, reaches behind into his quiver, and pulls out 2 arrows, and lines up the shot. One at first, shooting at you, Maka. Oh my god. A 6.
Nope.
Second arrow, he flips it in. Okay, 22.
No, actually, my armor class is 13.
Oh, okay, yeah. Alright, so the longbow actually, the first shot goes and lands down in the dirt next to you as you're dodging out of the way, but as you do the hop, he was ready and had that second arrow, so that quick second shot catches you in the air, dealing 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay, 8 points it is.
Let's see. With that, he's going to go ahead and move 10 feet over here to be a little bit closer, and is going to put away his bow and draw out a blade. And that is his turn. Cobalt, your turn.
Where did the arrow strike on my body, if I may ask?
We're gonna say it grazed along your shoulder.
Okay.
Okay. Just going to sidestep a little bit. Sorry, we're not all bunched up in one spot. And I'm gonna attempt to beat this guy with the Fury of Rindesh.
Do it.
That guy. So let's see. Unarmed strike. Wow, it did the same thing.
Yeah, lingered on the 15, then landed on 5.
What is going on with the dice tonight?
Right.
Roll 20.
No, it's April Fool's dice. That's what it is.
Yep.
It makes you think you're going to get a big number.
That's exactly what it is. Roll
Immediately
20 is trolling us with the dice.
Roll 20 is trolling us tonight.
Oh.
Keeps doing this, I'll just bust out my reel off clicky clackies.
No, that's not having any better effect for me.
Does that hit or miss?
An 11?
Yeah.
No, that doesn't hit.
Okay, I'm gonna spend a key point and try 2 more strikes.
Mm-hmm. Flurry of blows.
$20.
That will hit.
Okay. And he is gonna charge. This one's gonna be fire
Okay.
for 7 points of fire damage.
Okay.
And on the second strike, 17.
17 hits.
Okay. For another 7, let's go cold.
Okay.
Kind of a swing and a miss, and then a little icy hot punch there.
Okay. That icy hot, it's doing some work. He's not looking too good.
That's all I got.
Okay. It is the big guy's turn. He's got... Well, he's got a target right in front of him. And would have to move away otherwise, so I think he's going to just take his swings at Kaiser. Makes sense to me, at least. First attack with his longsword. $17.
Does not hit.
Okay. Second attack. Another 17.
Does not hit.
And these dice rolls.
Just barely, though. I'll say that my AC is 18, so
Yeah.
he's just barely missing.
I knew it was close, but he's coming down and he's trying to just kind of hack away, and your shield gets in the way on the first one, and he bounces off and recovers and tries to do like an overhead sweep to come back down across it, and for flavor, in the process, manages to be deflected by your spiritual weapon slightly, so that it careens down into the ground instead of landing a hit against you. At that point, he's going to end up... Yeah. Just cursing under his breath. Just shit. And starts to run out. Leaving your threatened space, Kaiser. You can use your reaction.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely not.
My weapon has reached. Is that still a threatened square for me?
Technically, with the 10 foot, yeah, he's just in range, so you get it as well.
What about... I don't remember. Does spiritual weapon get that, or no?
No, the spiritual weapon doesn't count as an entity, so it doesn't.
Wait, why do I roll 2?
We'll just take the first one, which is still...
Oh, yeah, my roll was only a 9, so I
yeah,
missed for
the
sure.
9 doesn't hit, no. But the 23, which is still the lower of the two, even still, does hit.
for 6 damage. That's respectable.
Yeah, that's not bad at all. Let's go ahead and put that there. Okay. So he moves now. He's out the 10 feet, and he's going to continue here, tapping the archer, who is now wielding a sword, on his shoulder as he runs by. And that is going to be his turn? Well, that's only 20 feet. So he'll run right to here, being underneath that tree. That's his 30. That's where he can get to. Okay. Dream, your turn.
Okay. Forward step. And this guy right here that is next to Kaiser, I'm going to cast my spell Charged Blade. It channels through my whip. I got a 21.
That hits.
For a total of 9 damage, 3 of it lightning.
Yeah. 9 damage will do it. It's a taser whip, like in the kind of media that you would see. The whip smacks out and doesn't actually make full connection, but is so close to him that you see the sparks bounce off of the tip of your whip and kind of hold there as if suspended by an invisible wind, just holding it, and lightning is coursing out through the tip of the whip and into him, lighting him up like a Christmas tree, until finally the lightning subsides. It goes a little bit more dark again, and he falls down to the ground.
Sorry about the delay, gentlemen.
You're all good.
I thought that we might have had a little bit more time to prepare.
Oh, that's in character. Anything else from you, Dream?
Let's see. I only moved 5 feet. So I'll go up here and see if I can't take some of the heat off of people.
Okay.
In fact, I'll go right there.
All right, sounds good. This guy is down, so Kaiser, it comes to you.
All right. So Kaiser is going to take and move 5. We can move through friendly squares, right?
Yes.
And 15. He's going to move there for now. And he wants to look down and follow the footprints of the guy that just ran out.
Well, he's still visible, so...
Okay, good. Because I thought you said he hid under a tree. I thought
he moved to be under a tree, yeah, but he's not hiding.
So 5, 10, 15. So that right there is the end of my movement.
Okay.
Does that put me within any sort of touching distance?
Yes.
Friend, you can't escape from this. And he's going to reach out and just put his hand over the guy's face, and I'm going to release and inflict wounds into him.
Okay. Make a melee attack.
Let's see here. So it's... That'll be a 14 to hit.
14 does not hit.
Oh, damn.
You go to reach out, and he instinctively ducks underneath your grasp. The energy unleashes out through your hand above his head, missing, as he drops down into almost like a 3-point stance kind of idea.
You just prolonged the inevitable, friend.
You just made an enemy you really didn't want to make. But that's a different time.
And for my spiritual weapon, I want to move it the 15 feet to in front of this guy, in front of Dream. Put it in front of Dream, basically.
Okay.
And I will take my swipe with it then.
Okay, go ahead.
Jesus Christ. That'll just be an 8, so definitely not.
No.
This may or may not be the only April Fool's Day game we play, folks.
Yeah, he's on the move. Like, he's ready to get himself out and is easily able to just slip out from the incoming attack of the spiritual weapon. Anything else from you?
Nope, that'll be my turn.
Okay. Top of the order. Okay. Maka, your turn.
I think because Dream is already on the guy, I'm going to run over here and get behind the one running away and is currently facing Kaiser.
Mm-hmm.
And without saying anything, I'm going to go for a... I'm going to go for a pouncing... Like, I'm going to pounce him, but I don't want it to be a lethal attack, but I still want to be an attack to hold him. I want to, like, hold him, so it's going to be a grapple.
It's going to be a grapple then, yep.
Yeah.
So go ahead and make a grapple attack.
Just for some RP flavor, does Kaiser see Maka come up behind him?
Yeah, absolutely.
Kaiser sees Maka just out of the corner of his eye, and he just looks at the guy in the eye and just gives him a toothy grin.
So I'm making a regular, like an attack? Am I doing that, or?
Yes, you're going to be making an attack, because it's
these
it's
rolls!
Just a regular thing, so, because it would have to hit to do that, and then to hold
yeah,
him,
and it didn't hit. It did not hit.
Yeah, so he's already down, and like 3-point stance kind of idea, and you go to try to pounce, and he seems to swivel in the dirt, kicking it up ever so slightly, but it's enough to have you land where he was, and now he is just on the side, essentially hovering over you. When I say hovering, like, you know, standing at this point now, but he got back up and did the swerve, so you're there, he's standing, you missed, and here we are.
Who do you think runs faster in this scenario? And having missed, I'm going to reposition right behind him here.
Okay.
And I am going to... Where's my spell list? No, I could have sworn I took... Yes, here. I'm actually going to cast Hunter's Mark. Can I do that?
Hunter's Mark is bonus, yes?
I'm pretty sure it is.
Pretty sure it is as well. Let me check really fast. Yep, bonus action.
Bonus action. Yep, bonus action Hunter's Mark.
Okay. Yeah, you cast Hunter's Mark on him. There's no resistance. There's no anything else like that. So, yeah.
So, and I'm going to be... I have your scent now.
Okay.
And that will end my turn.
Okay. Next up is the archer down here. He is just booking it. So he is just going to go and run here. With your whip, it's not quite out of range just yet. But now it is. So you can take the reaction to make a attack of opportunity, Dream, if you would like.
I am taking it. 15.
15 hits. Give me some damage.
Okay, I would like to expend all of my motes, too.
Sounds good.
I have 4 of them, 2 air, 2 earth. So that would be 46 on top of this.
Yeah. Edgewalker is a little slow to ramp up the damage initially, but then once you get it, boom. That's 18 points of damage. Did I read that correctly?
18 points plus the 5 for my whip, so that'll be a total of 23.
Oh my goodness. I would like to point out that this archer was completely untouched up until this point. Tell me how you take him down. Because that was enough to just take him out in a single shot.
Okay. With a snap of my whip, I release basically a bolt of spinning force energy, or spins like a discus, and it slams into his back.
Okay. That discus of force energy just rips through the air, slamming into his back, dissipating all of its energy across his form, and it encompasses it entirely over his full length of back, down to the legs, touching the ground up above his head, and he just thud. Unmoving. In fact, considering how much that was, you sent him an extra 5 feet. Well, I don't think he gets the rest of his churn. Cobalt, it's your turn.
I just see that piece, zoop, like.
So, yeah. Cobalt, what you got for us?
Is he muted? Because
He might be muted.
Sorry.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh, you
I ran up
ran.
and I was saying hi, and as I said, I was going in, like, as he had his arm chambered to punch, who sent you? And he swings. And misses horribly.
Yeah, with the natural 1, not much you can do about that.
I can just see it now in my head. He's just running so fast. He's running across the snow, but the moment he stops, he sinks down, which is what causes the miss.
Yeah, I could see that. It's like this guy is also nimble. Like, he's been able to dodge out of the attacks as far as you've seen so far. Everything that you've pretty much thrown at him, for the most part, has just missed him.
Yeah. I'm gonna spend a key point again and go flurry of blows. 'cause-
Okay.
I was gonna say, don't you get advantage since you're flanking with Maka?
Flanking is not a baseline 5th edition rule. It's an optional
okay.
rule. So I've taken it out because typically flanking benefits the enemies more than it benefits PCs.
Fair enough.
Yeah, it's. I believe it's also a feat, and really flanking really only benefits the rogues most of the time anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So 2 more attempts. All right. I assume a 22 hits.
Yeah, 22 definitely will hit.
Back to thunder or lightning damage. And he's still up from that.
7 points.
Yeah.
Let's see. Yeah, he's still up.
Okay. He's gonna punch him again, or at least attempt to. He's not gonna punch him again.
Okay.
The 9.
First one, you just couldn't find the footing, and it misses terribly. The second one, he wasn't expecting a low blow, I guess, because you're small, he's a little tall, and you kind of came down on the ground a little bit funny. You crack him with the lightning damage on the inside of the shin area, just like right on the side of the leg there. Makes his leg go numb for a second. He momentarily drops to a knee, and you come back in for the thrust at his head because he's a little bit more close to your height at this point, and he quickly shoves his blade in front to block your punch, and then rights himself and stands back to his full height again.
I should have swept the leg.
Okay.
That's all I got. Did he even bat an eye at me yelling, "Who sent you?"
Not at all.
What a dick!
All right. He is in a bit of a pickle, and has decided you know what? Let's see what he decides. Okay. He is going to, from standing up, realize how everything else has gone in this fight, and he's going to drop his sword. I yield. There's no sense continuing this.
Good. First smart decision you've made tonight, then.
But he has dropped his blade and completes his turn. Dream, anything you would like to do? This is to wrap up the last bit of the round of combat, so...
No. I
Okay.
don't think there's anything that needs to be done.
Okay. Kaiser, anything from you?
I'm going to walk over and pick up his blade.
Okay. Easily done. And with that, the round has concluded, and we are out of combat. Let's go ahead and see if this one will work. It's not that great, but it'll work for now because we've dropped out of combat. So, okay. Combat has concluded. What would you guys like to do?
Kill him. No, I'm kidding. I'm not.
With them still surrounded, Kaiser's just going to look him in the eye. Let's try to go over this one more time. What were you hunting?
And that's on a need-to-know basis. I can tell you this, it wasn't you. None of you here.
Well, you see, that's a funny thing. Cats are awfully curious. So I would think that I absolutely need to know.
Persuasion or intimidation? Which one?
Let's go with persuasion.
Okay. Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Ooh,
Finally.
first 20 of the night. Let's go.
Where it counts.
Okay. How do I handle this? Because technically you were just fighting, and he doesn't want to really talk, so it would have technically been a disadvantage, but I'm not going to throw away a natural 20 all of a sudden, especially after everything we've had tonight. I'm not throwing that away. Oh, and I rolled a natural 18 on the dice just to decide for myself for something, which is high, so... Alright, go ahead, and you said you really gotta know, yeah? Alright, well, I'll tell you this, because I can see I'm surrounded, I can see I'm outnumbered, and I can see that my comrades are not very well off. Tell you what, save them. Don't let them die. They're good men. And I'll tell you what you want to know.
I find these terms agreeable.
I get one there. Okay.
Right. Specifically the one that I knocked out. I think I've got a healing word that I can use.
Sure, if you want to.
Then again, he was the most recent one. These guys are probably a little more worse off.
Maybe. You don't know.
So this one that is closest, I'll use healing word on him.
Okay. This guy, on the ground still. Oh, the pain. So that is... did you do second level?
I only have second level slots because I'm an edge walker.
Right, that's right. It matches with that. So yeah. So second level, it healed for 6 plus your spellcasting mod, which is wisdom. So that's what, 9 total?
Yes, I actually have it auto-mathed out in my description box.
Yeah. Yeah, it just didn't show it for me in the list there.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, you're fine. You just tell me, he's healed for 9, I assume?
Yes.
Okay. He's coughing, catching his breath again.
You've lost the fight, friend. I'd stay down for a little bit. Catch your breath.
He's extremely confused. And is grabbing at his throat to try to figure out, like, what happened kind of idea. Because, after all, this is the one that a wolf came down on him.
Again, catch your breath, friend.
let's clarify really fast. Maka, were you going for lethal?
On that one?
Yeah.
Considering that, yeah, just yes.
Okay. You did say the nape of his neck, so I was thinking like the back kind of idea.
Which you were correct. It was the back of his neck. I suppose that because of, description purposes, you could have said my jaw went around his neck by accident, and that's what caused the trachea to collapse. But I was going for snapping the spinal cord. I was going for breaking the neck.
Yeah. Okay.
Ooh.
So considering you were going for lethal, let's say he doesn't get back up. We'll say the healing word. Give me a medicine check really fast, Stream, to see if you decide to still use it, or if you hold it for someone else.
Let's see, medicine.
Because that was the one where I kind of graphically described him choking on his own blood, so...
Oh, fair enough. So I got a 12.
Okay. 12 is enough to realize that he's dead.
Oh. Okay.
So you
On
can
to the
hold
next one
that.
then.
Yep. So we'll go ahead and swap these two just in position. I didn't want to rotate. What are you doing?
Well, he's doing that medicine check, Huzzer. If you want to save your energy a bit, Dream, I can handle it.
Well, we will say he did use the spell, and this was just to fix it. So we'll have... Yeah, we'll have him get the guy in the cave up with that 9 HP. Because it was quick. He didn't really discuss that he was doing it. He just went to do it, so... We'll let that happen.
It won't take me too long to recharge it, but I appreciate your concern.
Okay. So you still have the archer down here.
Yeah, some of this is just for flavor, but Kaiser looks over at his spiritual weapon and he sort of holds his hand up and the spiritual weapon will raise into the sky and it'll disperse into energy as I cast Prayer of Healing.
Okay.
And I'll get the archer.
Prayer does have a 10-minute cast time.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. So you start the cast Prayer of Healing.
Yeah. The spiritual weapon exploding into silvery dust around the area was the start of the ritual. And with it, I'll heal the archer, I'll heal Maka, and whatever damage that the main guy that we're keeping prisoner took.
Okay.
So how much are you healing for?
Well, it takes 10 minutes to do, so as long as he remains uninterrupted, that's when we decide. Okay. Maka, Cobalt, anything you'd like to do right away while those two guys have decided to do something?
Well, I will take some rope and try to start tying up our guy that we're sort of...
Sure. He doesn't resist.
He's not going to try to tie it super tight, but enough that he's not getting away and that we're, because we're trying to focus on healing his friends.
Mm-hmm. He doesn't resist.
Cobalt doesn't have a full trust of people. And then after he does so, he will take out one of his bars of soap and try to scrub off some of the dirt and blood off of him and then probably the guy as well.
Okay. He's very confused. Kind of tries to resist it, but can't really do much. You tied him up. So
yeah. So when he tries to squirm away, but you're dirty, and just start scrubbing him with the bar of soap.
The guy will...
Were you trying to leave your pack behind in the cave?
they had fallen. And if there was a chance that I could get out, bring back reinforcements, things might have gone differently. But as you said, Wolf, which that's another topic, you could see him kind of glancing at you with a curious look. You certainly were going to outrun me. There was no way I was making it out away from you.
I'm just trying to understand why you would leave your pack behind. Why you would choose to leave them for dead. The wolves do not do that. They stick around until there's only one left.
Let's just say that the boys that came with me, they knew the risks. They understand what we're trying to accomplish.
All that we know that you were trying to accomplish was to take a cave.
Well, we were out trying to find something. Just needed a little bit of shelter. And look where that got us.
Your boys were very aggressive. We had no choice.
Dream, I'm going to check with you. Anything you want to do?
I am going to, or with this guy over here, I'm going to basically make sure that he doesn't try any funny business.
Okay. He's catching his breath. He's in a stupor and is just kind of looking up. Sees you. You brought me back from the brink.
I suppose I did.
And none of my hunting party could do that. So it had to be one of you. Why? We set upon you as enemies.
Your ally requested it. In exchange for some information.
Captain. You can see he's kind of trying to hold back tears a little bit as he says that, and looks down into the dirt, kind of punches the ground for a second. And... okay. Continue as you were.
For a bit more RP flavor, as the minutes tick on and Kazer's going through his ritual, a crescent moon glyph appears under him inside of a circle, and the circle starts to expand out more and more as the minutes tick.
Okay. Because I just rolled to find out what was happening, and because you guys seem to be preoccupied in other ways, the archer, who did not receive healing, still had to maintain death rolls. And passed, he stabilized. It was close. He had 2 failures, and I just got 3 successes in a row. Okay. Conversation can continue as you see fit.
So, in the process of cleaning, then, Cobalt's just going to just say, "Are you working for Asterfell?"
Make an insight check for me.
Oh, wow, I'm actually 21.
As you say that name, you can see a look of surprise coming over his face before he tries to dismiss it.
And Cobalt, he noticed that and goes, "Gotta tell the truth, or you're gonna eat this bar of soap."
Where did you hear that name?
From the last town that we were in, because he was kind of a dick to us.
Yeah,
He kind of like glances back and right, dick is the right term.
yeah, he can be quite abrasive, that's for sure. But yeah, we're working with him. Kaiser, go ahead and roll for that healing, for the prayer of healing. Nothing else is going to pop in, so you're going to be okay.
As the ritual completes, the semicircle the circle has become huge now, and it explodes up in a sort of see-through filtered pillar of silver light that expands out and just envelops everyone around.
Mm-hmm.
So everybody that I said I was healing gets 18 points of healing back.
Yeah, that'll do.
Well then.
So
Even the dead guy gets back up now.
Okay.
So yeah, I think I said it was the archer, the main guy, and Maka were the ones I was healing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go back into the mouth of the cave. Little one,
Yes.
it's safe to come out now.
Oh, okay. I come out, yes.
Yes. And then I will be returning.
Okay. He'll come out and stand here next to Dream. Dream, the guy on the ground next to you, looks and kind of panics for a second to see this. Goes to start reaching for his blade, but then looks up and sees you there and opts not to. And just is keeping a very close full watch on all of this.
I will go up to the guy that we have tied up under the tree and go, "It seems your friend is not getting back up, so I suppose I apologize for being a little too..." And then I start trailing off.
rough with your playtime.
Do you consider that playtime? Because if you do, I have teeth that love to play. No. Anyone who threatens those that are with me, I unfortunately have a hard time holding back on.
Well, he was the youngest out of all of us. Only just came to join the cause about a couple weeks ago. Maybe 3.
Well, as you said, they knew what they were getting into, correct?
They did. And
Young or old, unfortunately, nature does not really care. It is all about the wills and whose is stronger to survive. And I will just keep generally marching until I get 10 paces beyond.
mm-hmm.
Hearing the conversation going on, Kaiser looked back, and let this also be a lesson. I get sometimes you need to fight, but when people try to greet you with words, try talking it out instead of coming in aggressive on them.
Did we greet them with words?
We tried, yeah.
It was literally 3 weeks ago. I can't remember out of character.
At the beginning of this session, we tried asking them, what are you hunting? Who are you looking for? And it's like
Actually, I think Maka bit one of them and tried to get their attention. I believe that Maka actually bit one of them.
Maka barked.
No, I didn't. I don't remember doing that. I'm sorry.
No,
I remember just trying to get their attention to chase me.
You did. You didn't actually make an attack.
I was the first one to make an attack, but I tried to talk first.
After Kaiser does say that, though, I'm going to walk down towards the archer, and as he's getting his bearings back, I'm just going to offer him a hand down to help him up.
He gets his bearings back, gives you a look, and then stands up on his own. Doesn't say a word.
Generosity these days, let me tell you.
All right, well, you've done what you could. You saved 2 of the 3 of them, at least, and for that, I do thank you, and I guess I owe you a little bit of information. It's information I'm willing to share. But can we do all of us a favor and get out of this cold?
Absolutely. Let's get back into the cave then.
Okay.
Being a little bit more and better acclimated to the cold, the Maka is going to actually sit on the outside of the mouth of the cave and just watch now, just in case more happens.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So everyone goes into the cave. And Nettle puts himself at the back wall of the cave here.
Suddenly, Kara is all brave because the lightning and thunder is over.
Cobalt's gonna offer soap up to anybody that wants to clean up.
None of the 3 that are still up from this group seem to be able to or care to respond.
Well, the one guy I cleaned already.
Mm-hmm. So he's like, no, I'm good. So the guy who's tied up sits there and says, all right, what did you want to know?
The one thing that you've been telling us is need to know. What were you hunting?
He tilts his head over at Nettle. That one over there. He's an escapee. A danger to himself and a danger to others. We went out seeking him to bring him back.
Back to where, I wonder?
Back to the operation that we have going, just a little bit to the north here.
People like him wouldn't be a threat to himself or others if people wouldn't turn them into creatures like this,
Turn them into creatures? What are you talking about? He's a demon. Demons are spilling out into this world. And we're trying to make sure that we can stop it or use it to protect ourselves?
No, you just work for the guy that's pulling them out and making people into demons.
So he's working for Astrafel?
Yeah.
Yeah, he pays the bills.
Then I have to break it to you. Demons aren't just pouring into this world. Your Mr. Astrafel is intentionally creating them.
And they're being invited, it seems.
Give me a persuasion check with advantage.
From whom?
Kaiser. The advantage comes from Dream helping you out there.
Yay!
I'm still the worst one to make this.
Unless, Dream, you want to make it. You can do that.
Okay, I can make it.
Yeah, let's give Dream the advantage on it. I have the feeling he has a better shot.
Oh, thank goodness for
The advantage,
advantage.
yeah.
Yeah.
Slight difference.
Wait, so let me get this straight. You all know Mr. Asterfell because you said you ran into him in a town before?
More like he tried to imprison us.
He actually successfully imprisoned us.
What'd you do? You got thrown into jail?
Nothing. It was false pretenses. For most of us, it was false pretenses.
We let ourselves out.
That's one way to put it.
I can't say I haven't been there myself once or twice. So let me get this straight. He's not a demon? And he points over at Nettle.
No, he's just a regular goblin that your Mr. Astrafel decided to experiment on and turn into that.
And he has a name. So I suppose you'd better watch out.
Huh.
Yeah, his name is Nettlegreen. Kobold just sort of just points at him.
Okay. Well, he didn't tell us he had a name. They just said there's an escapee demon, spiky. Get it? Bring it back.
Well, since now you know that he's not a demon but a goblin, I suppose that your hunt is still ongoing, isn't it?
I mean, the hunt hasn't ended. We didn't return with him.
And you're not going to.
This brings so many concerns. You could tell, as plain as day, he's conflicted. He's gaining this information has changed his view about what it is that he's doing, and he seems confused.
DM,
Yes.
do I smell or see anything on the outside of the cave that might be considered prey?
Give me a perception check. Advantage.
I'm just going to roll again just to make sure it's not a natural 20. Oh, but it was still better. 22.
Okay. What kind of prey are you looking for?
I'm not actually looking for anything, just any general animals that might be wandering in front of the cave that I could easily quickly snatch, because I mean, considering the time of day, it's probably getting to
Oh, it's already
time
dark.
to consider food. Huh?
It's already dark. And this was in the middle of a sleep for you guys. This was a broken sleep that ended up occurring here.
Okay. I'm standing watch outside the cave.
Mm-hmm.
While everyone else talks. So I'm just wondering, I'm trying to do something. Is there?
Yeah, noticeably, there is nothing. It is quiet. Eerily quiet.
I will turn my head. You could tell him what happened in the town we just left. Dialt. What Asterfell has done, and why he's no longer there. If he would like to verify our tales, he is more than welcome to retrace our tracks back there.
In the prison that Astrofel kept us in, there were others there with us, one of which he successfully took and turned into another demon creature. We managed to escape and came across the ritual site as he was attempting it on a second person. We managed to save them.
Huh.
And to cover his tracks when we came back with authorities, he opened a portal that let dire creatures into our world. To try and deal with us, I suppose.
He looks over to Maka as you say dire creatures.
And before you wonder, no, I am not one of those dire creatures.
No, he was with us during this. These were dire rats that he let out.
Rats.
And they were very filthy.
As rats tend to be.
No, like ew coming out of their mouth.
Huh.
They were diseased. They were
As
definitely sick.
as rats can tend to be and fend off disease internally. I don't understand. Is he creating demons? Is he creating dire animals? What is he doing? I only knew about the demons for the purposes of getting, well, and then he cuts himself off there.
We're not 100% sure on his connection to the dire creatures. All we know for 100% certain is that he's taking regular citizens, like Nettlegeen there, and the elf from the prison we were in, and turning them into creatures like you see before you.
Warping them beyond the laws of Rendesh.
This isn't what they told me was going on. I mean, I still believe we're fighting for a better world. But if what you're saying is true, and he looks over to Nettlegeen, is this true? Were you just a regular goblin? You're not a demon? Nettlegeen looks down at himself. Nettlegeen, not sure what he is now, but was goblin, yes. Lived in the mountains here. Oh, this is not. Oh, this isn't what I signed up for. I'm trying to make the world a better place. This isn't. No, that's not. And you see him arguing with himself a little bit, kind of wrestling internally with the information that you've given him.
The reason why we're out here is because we're after Astrafel. We want to put a stop to him and to what he's doing. Any information that you have on him would be beneficial in major ways, I'm sure.
I don't have much information, but what I do have, maybe it will come in handy. Here, if you'll untie me or take the necklace.
Take the ropes off of him.
Okay.
I don't think he's a threat anymore.
And he gives you a nod. Thank you. And
Kaiser will just approach, not threateningly or anything.
Yep. He'll go ahead and reach up to his neck and pull off from the top what is a small charm on the end of a rope. And hands it over to you. Here. As the leader of this little patrol, they gave this to me to be able to get back in to the facility that he escaped from. I don't have a lot of answers. I just was told to go get him and bring him back. But if he escaped from there, there's probably an answer or two there waiting for you. I have a lot to think about.
And you, as I turn my head again, perhaps take what's left of your men and go follow what I said before. Go to Dialt, ask them. Because this man has already made his appearance there and has already been foiled in his disguise. Disguise. I believe disguise is the right word.
Yeah. Yeah, we can head south and get out of this. Dialt, you said? Wolf?
Yes.
Correct. And for what rest for the rest of the ailments you have, you see an old lady. Her name is Amelia, and she is the old potion maker. I stayed with her for a long time, and if you mention my name, just say Maka sent you. I'm sure she could conjure a potion for you to use for your wounds.
That's kind of you. It's been on the tip of my tongue. I have to ask, you can talk?
That is correct.
And you're observant.
I noticed a while ago, it just didn't feel important yet. How?
Maka's a good boy.
There are magics that even I don't understand that gave me the ability to think and talk as a human. I received this gift 3 years ago, if I am correct.
Huh.
By no part to what they call a druid. I haven't even seen one of those. I've heard mention. But it seems that I'm not able to live as a wolf should, so I'm trying to understand where someone like me fits.
Well, I am grateful that you have spared me and as many of my men as you could. We are not going to be a problem. Let's rest for the night, if that's all right. It's coming down out there. A lot of snow. And we'll part ways in the morning if that's fine with you.
That's absolutely fine. Just one final thing. If you want to confirm our story and see for yourself with your own eyes exactly what Astrafel is doing, when you get back to Dial, go to the guards and ask to speak to a Captain Mira. Tell her that we sent you to look at the ritual site. She should know what you mean.
Alright. I'll see if I can't do something like that. But for now, and understandably, I'm sure my boys are tired. I'm a bit exhausted as well.
As we all are at this point.
If you don't mind, I'll just take the two of them and hide in the back corner of the cave, if that's fine with you.
Works for me.
Gives a nod. Alright, boys. Be grateful. We still have our lives. Let's get some rest. We'll get out of here in the morning. Both of them, sir. And they follow him into the corner. Now, your long rest was interrupted by this. And the last ones to be on watch were Kaiser and Dream. So if you guys want to go back to resting, you can. It will not mess up a long rest. Combat is a pain in the butt, but it'll just be like an extra hour or two to kind of recover for a proper long rest. And Kaiser and Dream, you can go back to finishing the watch if you would like.
Yep, that would work for me.
Sure.
And
Okay.
during the watch, Kaiser, he'll be within non-invasive of his personal space distance, but he'll sort of hunker up close to Nettlegame.
Okay.
Just to be sure.
That's kind of also what Cobalt's gonna do.
Okay.
Sort of lean up against the wall here on the other side of him and kind of pull the few scraps of a blanket that he's got left and his backpack and sort of just sit off to the side.
Okay.
He kind of goes through his bag and goes, "Oh, there was just one."
Oh. All right. Dream and Kaiser, you guys can go ahead and continue your watch. I know last session when we had, I ended up cutting you off because we needed time to get to this. If there's any additional conversation you want to go back to, you have that chance now. If not, we can postpone it and move forward to the next morning.
I honestly can't remember what conversation we were having.
In character, that's what Kaiser was going, I think you had something you wanted to ask me before all this went down. Can you remember what it was now, or?
Probably. I guess it wasn't important. If I think about it, I'll make sure to ask it.
You can ask me again later if you remember what it is.
Okay. So you all go ahead and you finish up the appropriate long rest, and the watch goes uneventful. The sun rises, begins to warm the air around you, and something that I'm going to point out to you here. Who took the necklace? I assume that was you, Kaiser?
Yeah, I took it.
Okay. Taking a look, if you see on screen, I added a symbol.
Yes.
That symbol is on both sides of the coin. That is attached to the end of the thread that makes up the necklace.
That reminds me, and you can veto this if you want, but I was going to say before Kaiser hunkers down for his rest, I would cast Detect Magic on it.
Yeah, I'll allow it. That's fine. Casting Detect Magic, I assume ritual casting it?
Yes.
Yeah. That way it doesn't take any spell slots. It doesn't really go crazy on energy. I don't want to make it so that it breaks a rest or anything like that while you're doing that. It does give off a magical essence, yes. The School of Magic is actually not very strong when it comes to giving any kind of a ping off, but it mostly resembles transmute magic.
Okay, so
Identify otherwise, because it was detect magic you did, right?
yeah, I was about to say, upon reading what the School of Magic is, Kaiser would reach into his pouch and put on his goggles and use the identify on it.
Identify reveals it as simply a token. The word silver level. The words silver level come to mind. But outside of that, it doesn't seem to be anything special. It has a magical property to it, but it's just giving you the vibe of silver level, whatever that might mean.
Okay.
Okay. That does complete a long rest for you all. So you can go ahead and get your hit points back, get your spells back, get everything else that comes back with a long rest.
Yeah, I'll increase my hit points back up since healed everyone but me.
I thought about it, but I couldn't remember if you'd taken damage or not. Sorry.
The Prayer of Healing does heal up to 6.
Yeah, but I didn't specify them when I casted it, though, so...
I typically just allow if it's like 6 targets, then I'm like, yeah, 6 targets is fine. And
All
whoever
right.
you need it, so...
All right, that works then.
Hope you forgot all about Cobalt.
Alright. So, long rest is completed. Everybody wakes up. The guys are still there in the back of the cave. And they wake up as well.
Kaiser's first order of business, of course, is to look over and check on Nettlegeen.
Sound asleep. Curled up in a little bit of a ball on the floor, just happily snoozing away. Okay. The day is yours. The captain of the other two, when he sees that you're all awake, he'll step forward to you. Thank you for, well, not killing us and letting us stay to not be out in the snow overnight.
That's fine. You've got a lot to think about and reconsider now.
Yeah. Yeah, we do.
Speaking of you and your men, if you would like, I can perform some last rites for the one that didn't make it, and we can give him a proper burial before we split ways.
That would be nice. I would appreciate that. He'll join you outside to help pull the body up and hold him, and just kind of follow you, guide you wherever you want to go. While the rest of you, the other 3 of you, are in the cave with Nettlegeen still.
Kaiser will look over since he has the body. Is there anywhere particular that you think would be good for burying him around here?
Didn't honestly get a chance to know him very well. Anything will be fine. Better than nothing.
Let's put him in right here then. Seems like a good a place as any.
Okay. While that goes down, what would the other 3 of you like to talk about?
They can't be the only patrol. I'm willing to bet that there are others.
I do not understand how one person can be causing so much trouble.
Think of it like a bad pack leader.
Bad pack leaders usually do not last very long.
Well, that's what we're trying to do.
It is odd to me how so many humans can cause so much effect on other humans. And this is not something that normally affects us. I mean animals in nature. But I suppose that's because we do not make grasp after grasp for power. We simply live. Humans truly are different, aren't they? In the way that they have privilege to be able to pursue that power. I remember we felt lucky if we even had the ability to have full bellies for an entire summer. Most of our time was spent wondering where our next meal would come from. But we were happy that way. We were happy with just getting the next meal. We didn't need more than that.
Well, as I've come to understand, a lot of the people have strayed from Rindesh and the other deities that they say they worship. And as they say, to make an omelet, you have to break a few legs.
I have broken many legs, and I do not remember anything called an omelet.
Oh, it is delicious. It's an egg, and then they put other stuff in it, like sometimes like peppers and bacon is great, and it's like rolled up all at one.
And how do you get eggs from legs? I have broken many legs and have never seen an egg.
Well, I think the proverb goes like that because humans have a tendency to hurt someone else to get what they want. And I mean, an omelet is very delicious, so I can understand why they sometimes might hurt someone, but you really shouldn't do that.
Okay.
Your mind is so beautiful.
Also, I could really go for an omelet now.
Oh my.
Got it.
Alright, so the burial continues. It comes to its conclusion. It's a simple ceremony situation. Nothing crazy, nothing fancy behind it, really.
And as we're laying him to rest, Kaiser will perform the last rites, and he'll give the small speech. Great Lady Kamada, offer this man's spirit to your gentle guidance and embrace as we lay him to rest on this earth. In your eternal care, I ask that you guide his soul to eternal peace.
The captain bows his head, as the other two do, and you hear him say, kind of under his breath, ever so slightly, "Praise be to the 12." He looks up. Well, thank you, kind Dragonborn, for that. I think we'll be off. Get out of the tangled net that all of this is and get ourselves safely somewhere else. As mercenaries, we'll find better work somewhere else. We'll find work anywhere, pretty much.
Good luck on your future endeavors. If you really want to change the world, hopefully next time you'll find employment that isn't so dodgy.
Hopefully. It doesn't always show itself in its true colors once you first walk in. So maybe next time we'll get luckier.
And maybe next time we can all sit down together if we meet again and just grab some drinks.
That'd be nice.
Instead of trying to kill each other.
Yeah, that would be nice. Alright. Travel well.
Same to you. Comet to guide you.
And the three of them will turn and walk south.
And Kaiser will return to the cave.
Alright. So, what would you fellas like to do? You were on the way north, trying to follow Nettle's directions best you could to get back to where he came from. You took the stop here, you had the encounter with the bandits, mercenaries, whatever you want to call them. Bandits was the stat block. That's why I said bandits.
Nettlegame, are you, now that you've had a chance to rest and think on it, are you still good to continue leading us to where you escaped from?
Yes, Nettlegin got pretty decent rest. Was stressful for a moment, but Nettlegin can lead, yes.
Oh, and Kaiser will look at us. Well, unless there's anything else you all want to accomplish here, we should probably be on our way.
Sounds good to me.
No, I suppose I will have to do with one of the rations. Were any of you keeping one for me, perhaps? Or should I go hunt?
Couple
I've got
off
one. I've got one I can spare for you if you need it.
Couple. I have extra. I'll give him one.
Thank you.
Okay. Y'all use some of your rations, have a good breakfast, and then get ready to start back on your journey following Nettlegin to the north. With that, we are going to go take a short break. We did get started late, so I'm going to keep this break short, and we're going to jump right back into what comes next. So we'll be back in 10 minutes, everybody. Just 10 minutes. Hang tight. We'll see where this goes. We are back. Okay, we are back. Thank you, everybody, for the short break. I hope you had a chance to stretch, hydrate, do all the things that you do. And let's go ahead and jump back into all of the fun and the action. There's a stretch. That's for everybody. Stretch. Do it. Yeah.
If I was to stretch right now, I'd probably break.
Thank you for the stretch.
All right. So, you all are ready to go, and you set back out following Nelgim's directions to get back to where he escaped from. The snow is blanketing the ground now at this point, easily 3 to 4 inches, if not a little bit more in some places. It is slowing your progress to a certain extent. Maka, I believe you have something that can help guide people and cause them to not be slowed down due to difficult terrain?
That is correct, yes. That is a ranger ability. That is a passive ranger ability of mine. Natural Explorer.
When you're in a favored terrain, I assume, yes?
Correct, yes.
And this one is, so you're good.
So it does not slow the group. They can't get lost except by magic. Always alert to danger, stealthy moving. I'm stealthy when alone, and yeah.
Yep.
That's all you, yeah.
Good. And because of that, the snow does not hinder your movement overall. So you're able to travel. Because you all managed to run into everything that could have happened, this day goes uneventful. No need for a d20 roll, because everything that I plugged in was limited opportunity for it to happen and already happened.
I was that lucky the first time we rolled that.
Yep, the nat 20 was the only way you were going to get the appearance of Nettlegame, and it happened. So you continue
No chance
on.
for a second goblin?
No chance for a second goblin, no.
It just goes to show the fates wanted it to be that we met Nettlegame.
It really did. Like, yeah, I can't argue that. So you all continue on traveling through the woods, through the snow. Maka's able to guide you to utilize the roots of trees to help move a little bit quicker instead of needing to trudge through and push through the snow, finding the less impactful areas, the more shallow snow is the word I was really looking for there. And after about a day of travel, you are now a little bit less than a day. The sun is starting to go down. We're talking afternoon, late mid-afternoon. And Nettlegame turns and says to you, "Wait, friends, it's nearby. We are close."
What do you mean?
I recognize this tree here. He goes over and he touches a tree, and you see where he's touching, there was a carving in the tree. I carved several lines to remind myself, just in case. Yes,
Now,
we are almost
that
there.
was very wise of you.
As a goblin, sometimes you get lost from the group. Always make sure you have a way back, or you might not have food or protection. Yes, come, I show you the way. And he starts to move forward again, leading you a little bit from this point now, ever so slightly over to the east. Just over a small hill with mountains to your left at this point. Going over the hill, as you crest over, you see what appears to be a large building in the shadow of the hill, down underneath and in the shadow of the mountains, kind of nestled in the middle. This building, for the most part, as you're looking down to it from above, is relatively rectangular, with a couple exceptions, and for the most part seems nondescript. Something that does stand out to you are the lack of windows. It is a solid new building and does not appear to be made of wood, as the coloring of the walls are white and seem solid. from where you're standing right now, in the distance you see a large door down in the center of this building from the side you're facing, and two people, one standing on each side of the door. They seem to be decently armored and appear to be talking with one another, but keeping an eye out in the general area. You are still about 200 feet, give or take, from that entrance, from that door and the guards.
Would you like for me to distract them?
That depends. I've got... Is this the building, Nettlegame, that you escaped from?
Yes, this is the one. I came from here. It was terrible, frightening, but yes, from here.
You said there's no windows?
No windows that you can see, no.
Where did you come? Did you come out the front door, or is there a back door to this place?
Front door, yes. Don't know if back door, but came out front.
Well, I mean... that mercenary group we ran into did give us that necklace that allegedly gives access. So maybe this time, through the front door approach might be the better idea.
Should Nettlegame go with us or hide?
Nettlegame kind of starts to panic a little bit. You could see he's nervous, very nervous.
We won't force him to go if he doesn't want to, but having him with us could strengthen our case that we belonged in there.
I'll be honest, I am not a fan of the idea of bringing Nettlegame with us. He worked so hard to get out. That probably brings up a lot of bad history.
Don't get me wrong, I definitely agree, which is why I'm leaving the choice in his hands.
That is fair.
He will shake his head then. No, I cannot. Bad memories. I wish to not go back. Nettlegame brought you here, but cannot go back in.
That is okay.
That is fine. Is there somewhere around here that you can hide and lay low then?
Maybe bushes on side. Tried going that way once. Can stay hidden. Maybe.
Because we ourselves, we need to go in, and if you don't want to go, we want you to stay safe until we come back out. So if there's somewhere you can hide, do it.
Yes, we'll hide. Yes. Okay. So how do you four want to go about approaching this?
I say we approach the guards and see if this necklace can work any magic.
Okay. All four of you going up together?
That's what I was about to say. I'm gonna confirm it with them first.
Question. Cobalt asks, he sort of tugs on your sleeve. If the plan was to say that we brought Nettlegame, he sort of he does air quotes, but with all of his fingers. What if we say we caught it caught something, and we just bring him Maka.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I mean, Maka could be our cover story.
That way you're right there ready to bite him. It'd be like tricking these people, but not using Nettlegene.
Because, yeah, you're right, Cobalt. The idea was...
Your plan makes sense, but for some reason does not sit well with me.
That's why I'm asking if it's a good idea. I don't know.
I do not know either.
I like the idea because it lets us move around more freely if we're in there like we belong versus trying to just sneak around.
It makes sense because based on the testimony
Yes.
that we got last night, they were creating other dire animals. And so it would make sense if I was a dire animal that was being sought after.
They were hunting escapees, and he does air quotes again, like badly.
Yeah, we were the ones who presumed that it would be, or that they were also making dyers.
Did they not say that they had given us a trinket of some sort to pass by?
Yeah. And Kaiser will hold up the necklace that he's now wearing. It is laced with a bit of magic, and when I went to identify it, it's silver level something is all I could get from it.
Then why don't we just say we're looking for work?
I say if Maka doesn't like the idea of being a quote unquote prisoner.
It is not that I don't like the idea, but I don't like the idea. I lack the words. I am uncomfortable.
It's giving you a bad feeling, is what you're looking for.
Cobalt kind of like puts his head down, sorry. I don't mean to make a bad feeling.
Bad feelings can be a necessity, especially in nature. Bad feelings are normal. But this one feels artificial. It's an artificial bad feeling. Either way, I can endure. It's just...
Because Bengali has the right idea, but if we've got this token that allows us access, and we want to act like we... Yeah, Dream. I'm sorry. Dream. That's the only problem with the looking for work idea, is if we have this, and clearly we already have the work from them.
I repeat, your plan makes sense. I am just uncomfortable with being used as a pawn. I believe that is the correct.
Yes, that is the right word.
I thought the word was bait.
Pawn, bait, interchangeable.
No, bait was what I... had the first time when I said I could lead them away, I could distract them, then I would be bait. Bait would be like leading something. We are not leading them, we are simply tricking them.
So, a disguise.
Perhaps that would be a better word, yes.
Semantics.
Which leads me to my next idea then. Why don't we dress Cobalt up as Nettlegame then?
We might be thinking a little too hard on this.
How do you mean?
Well, often the simplest answer is the correct answer. What if we just say that we're a group and pose Maka as one of our pets?
And
Do you mean one of the druids I've heard about?
Yes. An animal companion.
How is Cobalt supposed to turn green?
we just wrap you up. We don't turn you green. But honestly, Dream is onto something with the simplest answer. We just walk up, act like we belong, and we work from there.
It's worked for me so far.
That does not give me the best of feelings for you either, Dream.
I get that a lot.
Either way, we have to go through those doors. That's what I'm understanding.
Yes.
Yeah, we want to try to not fight those guys right away. Hopefully. Maybe.
Yeah, we don't want to alert Astrophel to our presence if possible. We just want to try to get in and find him and be done with this.
Could say that I, as a direwolf animal companion, was a gift to one of you by Astrophel himself.
That might work.
The simplest answer then. We approach if they ask while we're there. We tell them we're reporting back to Lord Astrophel that we were sent out to hunt for something. He sent the quote-unquote dire wolf companion with us to help us track it. We couldn't find it. So now we're reporting back.
We could say that we ran across one of the other scouting parties, the one that we met in the cave. They are taking our place while we are making a report.
Quick, simple, to the point, and hopefully no further questions need to be asked.
I am going to absolutely hate myself for this, but could one of you tie a very loose rope around my muzzle?
Why your muzzle? Why not just around your side?
To make it look like I am not a threat.
Cobalt kind of shrugs but you're not a threat. You're a friend. But okay.
You are correct. I did not even like that idea myself and cannot believe it came out of my own mouth. So, yeah, let's continue.
And who knows, we might even be overthinking this too much. They may not even ask questions. So I say we just approach and go from there.
Agreed.
Okay. So you all are going to approach the guards, yes?
Yep. Walk
Okay.
right up to him.
Gonna leave the bigger ones to talk.
In that case, let's go ahead and try something out. Gods, I hope it works. Huzzah! Welcome to Flag of War, boys.
Oh.
And a nice little transition without needing to move the tokens.
Okay.
Ah, he's learning.
Yeah, you know, I'm trying. Okay. So, the four of you then approach the two guards that you see here on both sides of that gate. Do your thing.
Guys are just going to walk up silently. I can't move the token.
Let me give permissions. It's weird.
So close.
Oh, okay. I know why. Bye, boys.
Oh.
Was right there. It was so close.
We almost touched it.
I had to pull from the character panel, the journal, rather than the tokens.
Huh.
There we go. Now you guys should be able to move them.
Yep.
See.
Guys are just going to approach and get close enough.
Halt. What business have you?
I'm going to just lift the necklace and show it to him.
Alright. And you are?
You can call me Zio. We're here to make a report to Lord Astrophel.
Make a deception check.
I'm the absolute worst person to be doing this.
But you have the trinket. Give me advantage.
Hey, that means you have to roll well, right?
Yeah. You said deception,
Don't
right?
fuck
Yes.
this up. Don't fuck this up.
Are you really the worst?
He fucked this up.
13.
Horribly.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you actually have a negative on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why I said I'm the worst person to be doing this.
I'm not much better, so.
Well, I haven't heard of you. Why are you coming here to make your report? Why not Gunner's Pass?
We must have been given fast information. Then from another party, we were told that Lord Astrophel had come back here.
I mean, in passing, maybe. But, nah, I haven't, Tell you what, you give me the report, I'll go ahead, I'll hand it off to the scientists. And they'll send it off to Lord Astrophel.
The report is simple. The creature that we're out hunting is still being hunted for. We have not located it yet. There's another second party out assisting us.
Second party? And
That's
you all
right.
are that second party?
We were the first.
Oh, right, sorry. Well, in that case, maybe it's best if you go ahead and... The scientists would like to know of the status. He looks over at the other guard.
That's something doesn't feel right, because they've gone from I can hand it off to, yeah, maybe you should go inside and talk to them directly. Can I Can I see any features of them change or anything like different?
Insight check.
$17.
Something definitely doesn't sit right with you. Their demeanor changed from defensive to open, and perhaps too open.
Suddenly, Maka lowers his head, his ears, and just at both of them.
They draw their weapons.
Kaiser just sort of looks back. Do I pick up on why he might be annoyed? Quote unquote.
Give an insight check yourself.
Nope.
No, not with a 7. You're not sure. You didn't pick up on the body language shift. Yeah. You're just oh, okay, well, I guess
I'm
that's
just,
yeah.
Actually, hearing him go like that, all things considered, this quote unquote this freaking cover story we sort of loosely came up with. Excuse me a moment, gentlemen. And I'm going to back up towards Maka and sort of lean up. What are you doing?
As you go to walk back to Maka, the guard takes his blade and swipes at your back. But doesn't manage to pierce through the armor. So it just
sounds like initiative time to me.
Yeah. I just feel the ping on the back, and I'm just going to look rude.
Yep. This is going to be a quick thing because there's just the two of them as far as you guys can see. So let's go ahead and do a quick initiative roll.
Well, we got half better.
Brain function. There we go.
Brain function denied.
Pretty much.
I'm sorry. I can't do that, Mercy.
Oh no. Cobalt, what did you get?
A wonderful rounding 5.
Oh my. Kaiser.
16.
Okay. Maka.
9.
And Dream.
16.
Okay. You have the higher dex, Dream, than Kaiser, so you go first in that initiative comparatively.
Speaking of the initiative, since you said they pinged me on the back, basically, I wouldn't have made it all the way to Maka before all of this went down. So where would I be on the field as I would have walked away?
Right there.
Right.
Because it was as you, as you leave the threatened space, you took an attack of opportunity. Okay, let's go ahead and organize. Pop. And good. Okay. So, let's try a different combat song. Go with this one. Top of the list. Dream, your move.
Okay. I will go ahead and attack this guy with the dagger.
Okay.
Just gonna huck it at him.
Yep. Make that throw.
Oh, why did I have advantage on? I keep doing that.
We'll just take the first one that shows up in there, which
Okay,
was
24?
24. Yeah, 24 will hit.
For 6 damage.
Very nice.
And the way that happens, because I actually have a fighting style right now for a thrown weapon, so I actually pull that dagger out as part of my attack.
Sure.
So it just kind of...
Quick flip of it. And boom.
Yep, it flings out of my sleeve,
Nice.
basically.
Very nice. Just raising your arm in a quick motion, the dagger comes flying out, sticks in his left shoulder, and he just reels back, just... All right.
And then with my move action, I'll go ahead and take out my whip.
Okay. Free action to draw the weapon there. I'll allow it.
Okay, and then... I guess I'll take a step forward.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
Sounds good. Next up, Kaiser.
So it was this fool that back attacked me, right?
The one on the left side over here. Yeah.
Okay, so now very clearly annoyed, Kaiser's just going to walk up to him and like forcefully grab him by the face and sort of push him back a little bit just for flavor, and just... That was a stupid mistake, and I want to release inflict wounds into him.
Okay. Go ahead and cast the spell.
Pull it up here. Inflict wounds, where are you? So it's... That'll be a 16 to hit.
16 will hit.
Ooh.
21 points of necrotic damage.
Dang, son. Okay. Let's see. You hurt him good. Real good, let me tell you. The black necrotic energy just lifting out of your fingertips and surging into his cranium. You see different bits and parts, the veins popping, little blisters forming on his skin and his cheeks as he lets out a terrible scream of pain. Just ah!
That's what actually my hand would be over his mouth because I've got him gripped up like the jaw.
It still manages to escape to a certain extent.
Okay.
But
And
yeah.
just for RP flavor, I'm not like doing an actual grapple or anything, but just I'm still sort of holding my hand like over it threateningly.
Sure. Okay.
Like
anything
letting
else?
him know that he really messed up.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be it for Kaiser this turn.
All right. He is going to retaliate. He's going to bring his sword arm up and knock away your hand, and in the same motion come down with his sword, trying to slice at you. See what he can do. Man, I need a new dice. Hold on.
No, you don't.
Yeah, that seems to be doing perfectly fine for you.
So that was a 13. I know that doesn't hit, so he comes down with it. Just misses. You manage to step back slightly so it hits into the dirt. He pulls it back up and goes for a cross slash across your midsection. Not much better. 14.
Nope.
My dice, come on. Yeah, nothing seems to land there. The other guard on the other side decides to go and starts booking it. He goes 5, 10. He's out of your threatened space now.
Okay. I will take advantage of that.
Okay.
Whiplash.
Whip it good.
Or not.
Oh!
Wow. Speaking
Well-
of, April Fool's strikes again.
Man, it looked like it was a 13 and rolled back.
Yeah, it's trolling us
It's
so hard to not.
really trolling everybody. You pull out the whip and you go to crack, and it just doesn't make connection. He got the jump, and to be fair, don't think you were expecting him to start to run immediately either. So that might have caught you off guard. But he goes and he dips 10, 20, 25, and stands there facing the wall. I would like, because Kaiser can't do it, Maka's out of line of sight potentially. Cobalt and Dream, give me a perception check, please.
Oh my goodness.
Wow.
Yeah. He ran over there. He's facing the wall. That's what you got.
I like how it teased the 17 at the very end and then fell back to 3.
Right. Okay. Maka, your turn.
No, you don't. I am 5, 30, 35, 40. Fuck. This guy actually just got out of my range.
Dang. I can assure you that was entirely unintentional, because you saw I just dragged you guys out in whatever order and put you on the road.
I know, it's fine. Calculating. I don't like I can smell the fear. So I'm actually going to spend that little extra movement to get there to
I want
actually
to clarify for you.
yes.
You would normally smell fear. It gives off a certain odor.
Okay.
You don't smell that. When he was running, he didn't run out of fear. He made it almost very apparent that he was running with a purpose.
I know. Can I just keep running and slam into him and not be like an attack, or because I don't know how that works.
You can run in and try to contest his space. You won't do any damage, but I'll say that if you hit with a normal attack, like an unarmed strike kind of idea, then it might have an effect. It won't do damage, but it might have an effect.
That's what I'll do then.
Okay. For clarity purposes, I am just going to keep you right above him, but...
Okay. What is going on? Okay. I didn't even see the dice roll on the screen, so
Yeah.
I just see it came up as an 11.
Okay. An 11 does not beat his AC. So unfortunately, you go to slam into him, but he's planted. And shrugs off the slam that you make into him and remains focused on what he's doing.
Hey, can I see what he's doing now?
Yeah, you're close enough and in direct line of sight. There's the dice.
What the hell?
A lot of people playing tonight.
I guess. So I can see what he's doing now, right?
Yes. There seems to be some kind of a round object, almost like a ball, attached to a stick that's sticking out of the wall. There's also a couple buttons on the wall next to where the stick is sticking out. And he seems to be pressing buttons and placing his hand on the ball at the end of the stick.
Okay.
Trying to describe this as a wolf would understand it.
Okay, yeah, you're fine. Yeah, okay.
Okay. So
That's my turn.
Yep, that was a lot of movement there. Cobalt, your turn.
Okay. I can get right up next to him.
Mm-hmm.
And I get up there. I guess I can tell that he's clearly doing something.
Yeah, and once you get up there, this is not something you're super familiar with, and for understandable reasons, but I can describe it to you the same way. This looks advanced. Nothing like the monks would have had, nothing like that would have been there, and he's doing something with it.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do what I can do best. And take a swing.
Okay, make an attack.
Are you serious?
What
It was a
in
19.
the...
We all saw it.
I hate this dice tonight.
Jesus.
Wow.
Meanwhile, the DM's over there like, I'm gonna get better dice because I don't have to use the roller.
Yeah, and it still didn't help me, did it?
I'm using the key point. I'm gonna swing 2 more times.
Go for it.
There we go.
Okay, that's a strike.
Fire damage.
Okay.
And second of the unarmed. Dirty 20.
That's a hit.
Let's go lightning on this punch.
Sure. Okay. Okay.
So I got
You strike him twice in the back, kind of trying to hit like in the back of the knee to collapse his knee, but he holds it strong, and then you follow up with like a kidney punch area, and it, you hear him go, but he holds true and continues what he's doing. And
that's all I
for
got.
the meta that ends up happening there, I rolled concentration checks to see if that interrupted what he was doing or not, and he passed him.
Glorious.
Top of the order, Dream.
I'm still able to see him, right?
Yes.
Hold person.
Ooh, okay. I need to make a wisdom save, charisma save, which one?
I believe it is wisdom.
Okay. These dice. Yeah, even trying the other dice, he fails.
Excellent.
I rolled a 6. There's no way I was beating a 13 with a lowly guard on a wisdom save. And the other one was only a 10, so even with a +1, it wasn't enough. So yeah, he is held and locks in place.
And then I'll come over here to see if I can't give Kaiser some backup.
Okay.
I'm confident the other two got that guy.
Sounds good.
They'll be fine.
Next up, Kaiser.
Yeah, as you approach Kaiser, this is probably like the most intense and fierce you've ever seen his eyes looking at someone to date. And he's just going to walk up to this guy. Was it worth it, you fool? And I'm going to dump another inflict wounds into him.
Okay, make an attack.
Oh,
That'll be a 24 to hit.
Yeah, there's no getting out of that one.
For 13 more points of necrotic damage.
Oh, man. Okay. That pulsing got even worse. Where before, the first inflict wounds, the effect faded after. This time it didn't. His veins are still bulging out of his skin. His neck, you start to see it shrivel and wither from the necrotic energy flowing into him. He is looking real rough. Anything else?
That's what I'm double checking. No, not at the moment. I'm just...
Okay.
I hope it was worth your life, you idiot.
His turn. He's going to step over here. He saw you cast a spell. Thinks to himself for a second. Pulls out a dagger from the side and is now dual wielding and goes as hard as he can against Dream. Let's try a completely new dice.
or not.
Red for fire. Let's go.
Does anyone else feel like the DM is trying to cheat on us now?
This is still gonna fail. Let's see what happens though. A 7 to hit.
7 misses.
I got a +5, boys and girls, and that was a 2 on the dice. 16 to hit.
That is a hit.
Okay. This is with the longsword, one-handed. This is a D8 +3. 4 points of damage
Okay, and I have to make a Constitution saving throw.
for the concentration. Yep.
Alright.
All you need is a 10.
Well, I didn't think that through.
Oh boy. Your concentration on hold person drops. He comes in with his dagger, trying to give a little shiv. Natural 1.
I thought he already made 2 attacks.
He gets 3.
Oh,
When,
Well, there
because he had the dagger, all of the other situations have been you get 2 attacks with the two-hander, but he dropped it and went for a third, and made it so that it was 2 with the longsword and then 1 with the dagger, much quicker.
makes sense.
Okay. Because of that, the hold person has dropped. The other guard shakes off. Got it. Pushes a button, pulls down the lever, and an alarm starts going off around this building. Har, har, har. Attention. Security breach. Facility will be locked down. Attention.
Maka immediately folds his ears back and like hunkers down because it doesn't like the sudden loud screeching noise.
Mm-hmm. The guard turns around to face you then at that point. Whatever you were planning, you aren't getting in. You won't stop us from doing what needs to be done to protect our world.
Oh, they still don't know.
And he will take, instead of using an action to do anything else, he will just take a defensive stance instead of making attacks. Because it feels wrong to pull the lever, do all the things, and then still turn for an attack, so he's just going to defensive. Next in the order, Maka.
Calculating. Turning left at the facility.
Security breach. Facility in lockdown. Security breach. Facility in lockdown. I'm putting the ambience as to what you're hearing, you know. So.
I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna go after him anyway, because he ran from me, so...
Okay.
Going in for a bite attack, I guess at disadvantage.
Disadvantage, because he took that defensive stance.
Yeah, that's only a 9 to hit.
9 is not enough. He manages to just sidestep a little bit. You end up jumping a little bit too far into a space, gently nicking the wall. But not him. Anything else? Cobalt, you're on deck.
Okay.
I'm actually going to turn to Cobalt and say, I don't know why. I feel like we should go non-lethal. Don't kill them yet.
Not what I was planning. And Cobalt is going to the guy took a defensive stance.
Yes.
So he's trying to defend against an attack on him. Cobalt's going to try to wiggle around him and start pressing the knobs and doohickeys that guy was messing with.
You know what?
Because whatever he did, I'm trying to undo it.
Are you proficient in Arcana?
Yes, I am.
Go ahead, and because you have proficiency in Arcana, roll a d20. This is a long shot.
Just a d20?
Just a d20. Add your Arcana modifier, but it is a long shot, but...
You want me to just roll an Arcana check then?
Yeah, roll an Arcana check, and I'm going to tell you the DC for this is going to be set at 18.
Damn it!
16.
Ah!
Alright, it wasn't a massive fail, so you don't make it any worse. But whatever he did is beyond you. You push buttons, you mess with the lever, nothing seems to be working. And we will go ahead and say that the two of you have swapped places.
It's that lever up there that I can't reach. I sort of just start jumping at it and can't reach everything.
So, alright. Anything else from you?
I guess that was basically my action. I guess not.
Okay. Top of the order. Dream. We got 4 minutes, guys, so we're going to go quick. Then, after Dream, Kaiser, you're on deck. What you got? What you thinking?
I'm gonna take care of the threat that's in front of me. Smack him with my whip.
Okay.
Or I'll use my charged charged blade.
Okay.
$23.
Definitely hits. Roll for an attack.
9 damage.
Okay. As you strike, just as before, a taser, he drops to the ground. Did you want it to be lethal or non?
Non-lethal.
Okay. He falls unconscious down to the ground.
Didn't mean to take your glory, friend, but we have a bit more of an issue at hand. I hope you understand.
It's all right. I understand.
Okay. Anything else?
I will go ahead and move over here and see what the fuss is about.
Okay.
And also, this guy has my knife in his shoulder.
Yes, he does. So you see Cobalt trying to mess with the levers and the buttons, and it's not working. He's having trouble reaching the lever on top of it all. And the other guy is just smirking, kind of a crazed look in his eye. Okay, Kaiser, your turn.
Speaking of crazed looks, anyone paying attention would notice Kaiser has a bit of one himself right now. And as the dude falls and drops to the ground, you just hear... and he takes his mace and he's just going to smash the dude's head in.
Okay, make an attack. Advantage, he is prone and unconscious.
Jesus Christ. 11.
11 doesn't break through the armor class.
An 11, even at advantage, what the fuck?
Yeah. You go to strike, and it almost feels like something guided your strike away and to the side. It almost feels like that.
Hearing just that loud, sort of annoyed sigh, that crazed look in Kaiser's eyes sort of fades. He just shakes his head, and he will move 15, 20, 25, 30 to right here.
Okay. That'll bring it to the other guard's turn. He is going to take out a dagger himself, and in fact, is just going to pull the dagger out from his shoulder and wield it for a second. And he's going to take one attack against each of you, with the exception of Maka. He does not swing at Maka. First one going at Kaiser. Actually, let's see who's going to get the dagger. Let's check that. Okay, Dream is going to get the dagger. So
Makes sense.
Longsword, yeah, attack you with your own weapon. Actually, Kaiser with a longsword strike, 16 to hit.
Does not hit.
Longsword strike at Cobalt, 15 to hit.
Misses.
And dagger strike at Dream, natural 1.
I believe that misses.
Yeah, guys, all of our dice tonight, even my own. The April Fool's is actually like in the air.
Yeah, it's making it an interesting session, if nothing else.
It definitely is. He's wildly thrashing about, just trying to get anything he can, and he's laughing maniacally at this point. You see just this absolute crazed look come over his face as he starts swinging wildly. Nothing's hitting. End of his turn. Maka, your turn.
I am going to go for a. I'm actually going to go for a sort of non-lethal pouncing attack to bring him to the ground. I want to
bite non-lethal. Try to drag him down.
Yeah.
Yep. Go ahead, because the goal really is to. He's wild at this point, so like a grapple.
Yeah, I want to incapacitate him.
Yeah.
I did that with disadvantage. Didn't I? Yeah, I did.
We still take the first roll if you accidentally roll 2, and that would be an 8. So that does not click.
Okay. I don't know what else to do, so I guess I end my turn.
Okay. Cobalt. This really is just about seeing what can happen until he goes down, so...
He
Alert.
turns around now.
Breach. Facility in lockdown.
Yeah, he can't reach that. He turns around and just yells, "Get a hold of yourself!" And he reaches from behind him and pulls out. To him, it's a quarterstaff, but basically, it's like a half of a walking stick, size-wise for everyone else. And he's just gonna whack the guy over the head with it.
Make an attack.
12.
Doesn't hit. My goodness.
This just isn't going to get done at this rate.
I know, I'm trying to wrap it up. I'm really trying to wrap it up, but like things could happen. Alright, anything else? You want a key point? You want to...
Yeah, you know what? Key point, and I'm going to try to kick him.
Okay, go ahead.
That's a 13.
13 doesn't hit.
And the second, 14.
14 doesn't hit.
12, 13, 14 I would like to address.
Oh my goodness. Top of the order.
These rolls!
These rolls tonight. Dream, go ahead. Let's get this quick so we can get you out of here.
Charge blade on my whip.
Go for it.
Oh, wait, no. I need to use Earthen Blast instead.
Yep, otherwise you overcap.
Yep.
Holy shit, someone actually hit something.
18 is a success. Go ahead and roll some damage for it.
And I'm hucking my disc at him. Really? Is that powerful? Huh.
Yeah, because you have the extra with it, and you just maxed out the damage on a D8, so...
I'm not complaining.
Yeah. Honestly, neither am I at this point. Any movement, or are you good?
No, if I move, he's going to attack me.
Okay, he's looking pretty rough. Kaiser, you might be the one to finish it.
Kaiser lifts up his mace, and he sort of stops for a moment and just sort of looks around like he's sort of contemplating something. And he's going to go with his mace and strike to the side of the head just to knock him out non-lethally.
Okay. Make an attack.
Excellent.
There we go. 21 to hit.
21 to hit will indeed hit. Give me some damage.
For 4 bludgeoning damage.
That is excellent.
You know what's really funny about all of this? I set his HP to be 35. 4 damage put him at 34. He's got 1 HP left.
Somebody breathe on him.
Yeah, it's pretty much a breathe on him situation. I am going to go ahead and repeat
Say
the
passes
attacks.
out from blood loss. I don't know.
I really want to, but here's what I'm going to do first. I'm going to go ahead and see who doesn't get the strike. Kobold does not get the strike this time. Who gets the dagger? The dagger goes to Maka. First in the order, longsword at Kaiser. 9 to hit, does not hit. Second one, 18 to hit against Dream with the longsword.
That one is a hit.
That does 6 points of slashing damage to you. Dagger to Maka. 20-something, 22 to hit.
Yeah.
It is a dagger. And that dagger is going to hit for 4 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And as the dagger sinks in, you see this crazed look continue to just overtake him to the point where he is laughing maniacally, can't seem to stop, falls to his knees, eyes wide open, laughing until he flops to the ground. And then suddenly the laughing stops. But the smile and the eyes wide don't fade.
I think we just created the Joker.
Kobold's just gonna start poking.
Is
him
he
with
still
his
breathing?
Make a medicine check.
14.
14. He is not.
He's not breathing.
He's not breathing.
As much as I would like to worry about that, I think we have bigger fish to fry. Oh wait, that wasn't really in character.
I do believe there will be other opportunities to get in here. For now, we may need to run.
Besides, if what that guard was saying was the truth, then Lord Astrafel isn't here. He's elsewhere.
We'd still be able to save our Nettle Games clan. Maybe.
And you do remember, all of you, that Nettlegeen did say that there were at least another 8 to 9 goblins somewhere trapped inside this facility. And as you remember and discuss that, spikes begin to erupt up and out of this guard's body.
Nope.
2 of them launch out. Of these 2 that launch out, one goes for Kaiser. The other, as I throw a D4 on the ground. I lost my D4.
Good.
What's the D4? There it is.
I don't know. What is the D4?
I don't
Tell
know.
us.
I keep
I don't
trying to
think you want
find
me to
out.
answer that one.
The second one goes for Cobalt. These spikes erupt out. I need you guys to make just a quick dex saving throw for the both of you. And then this is where we wrap it.
What the?
With a 10 and 11, you guys
11.
do not successfully save.
Weird.
Kaiser.
That's up here for me the first time.
Yeah, Kaiser, a spike pierces through on your torso, lower torso, just off on the side, kind of grazes and gives you a deep cut for 4 piercing damage. Cobalt, something similar. 4
Is this
piercing
like the
damage.
extension of his body, or is it like just launched from him like a missile attack?
Launched from him like a missile attack.
I'm gonna try to deflect missile then.
Okay. Well, it wasn't an attack, it was a dex saving throw that you needed to make. But because it's cool, it's dope monk shit, I'll let you try. Go ahead and give me another dex save. We'll just let you try an advantage on that one.
Okay. So, what it actually is that you roll a d10, and if you reduce the damage, you catch it.
Yeah. I'm just picturing it more as like, because it was a dex save, it's not an attack that's hitting, so I had to figure out how can I make this work, and it was kind of like, let's have you roll the dice to see if you beat the 12 that I set it at. And nobody did. So this is too quick. It hits you 4 more points of damage. It's not terrible, at least. But that is where we are going to have to leave it off because we started to run over. So, thank you guys. This is exciting. There's still an alarm going off here saying the facility is going into lockdown. We'll have to see what you guys want to do next time. So, we will be back, everybody, 2 weeks from now. April 15th. Same time here on the channel. Make sure you guys stop back in and see. We got an amazing clip tonight. I'm going to be looking to do some additional TikTok content and everything of that nature. So I hope you enjoyed. I know I really did. I hope you guys did too, because this was a lot of fun.
Our rolls.
It was certainly interesting because of our rolls.
Yep. So, alright. We're going to let you guys go. Thank you so much once again for coming out. See you in 2 weeks. Bye, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
Ah!
Have a good night.